Hi, welcome to the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I am your host, Melissa, also known as Ananzi on Ravelry, and on Plurk and Instagram, I am Mel-Tran Designs. There's a Mel-Tran Designs group on Ravelry, and there's also a website, meltrandesigns.com, and on there you will find any videos that I upload. I link them all over there, so that way if you use any sort of blog reader, download program, you're able to subscribe that way. There's a program that a lot of other podcasters have been talking about called Feedly that you can use, especially for people who use Downcast, because Blip is going to be getting rid of the iTunes feed. You can go onto feedly.com and subscribe to all your favorite blogs, and then you'll get a notification each time a new episode is uploaded. The nice thing about that, compared to iTunes, is that you don't have to actually download it onto your computer or whatever you're watching on, because some of the videos are pretty big. I mean, when you hit an hour, it's about a gig, and so that'll eat up computer space real fast. So if you want to do that, I would strongly encourage it. And yeah, also I didn't actually write this in my notes. I brought it over here, and I mean, I knew I was going to talk about it. I just didn't put it in my notes. Something I wanted to talk about, because not all the podcasters know about it, apparently. There is a new website being developed right now that will be a place for podcasters to go and not only upload the videos and whatnot, but also to have an iTunes feed. It's called Podfiber. And the word is spreading, but there are still some who haven't heard about it, and I've been yelling at my computer all week when I would watch a podcast, and they would say, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, Podfiber! We've been talking about it! So I wanted to show you a bag that I got. Podfiber founding contributor. Was sent out to people who donated early on. You don't have to donate very much, because I didn't have a lot. I don't have a lot of money, but I get to be part of the beta testing group when it's ready. It's not quite ready yet, but I will let you know. And if I'm able to, if this all works out, I'll be on iTunes for the first time, which will be awesome. And then people who use Downcast won't have to be switching over and whatnot. But for now, this is what we're dealing with and how it's going to be working. Sorry, I have these little hairs that are going in my eyeballs. And my bangs look all funny, so I'm just going to sit here and use my camera to try to fix myself. But it's hard because it's backwards. Anyway, I just got done blow drying my hair and fixing it and stuff, and I had these little stragglers right here that decided to go in my eyeball. Anyway. Alright. So keep your eye out, eyes open, ears open. Excuse me, got a catch in my throat. About Podfiber and when that all gets going. So, I think that was all I had to say about that. But check out Feedly too, especially if you're not an iTunes user. It's just a nice way to get notifications. It's kind of like subscribing to a YouTube channel, but I know not everybody does that. And sometimes the YouTube channels don't send notifications for some reason. I don't always get notifications. When I go onto my YouTube channel, the newest things that I've subscribed to will be up there at the top, but I don't get any sort of notification. So anyways, welcome. It's episode 47, and today is a day in January, the 27th. It is a Monday. Normally, I like to record on Tuesdays just because that, I don't know, seems to work. But I'm going to be sitting with my grandma tomorrow like I did last Tuesday, which was why last week was crazy. I'll talk about that. But anyways, which is why I didn't record last week. I know there are days other than Tuesday. A couple of them I was sleeping. Not going to lie. Was it Monday? No. The kids were out of school Monday. Wednesday, this is kind of happenings this last week. Wednesday, I came home from taking Eli to school and promptly went to bed and didn't get up until I had to go get them from the bus stop. It was great. I was so tired. And so, yeah, anyway, this whole getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom is for the birds. Oh, I know that's how it goes. It's okay. It just cuts into my sleep schedule. So, yeah. So last week, nothing all that exciting happened. But the week before and the weekend, a week from yesterday, weekend, I got to go over to Eastern Idaho to a cute little town called Rigby with population of 4,000 or something. And stay with the sassy sheep herself, Sarah, my friend. And we had so much fun. The first night I was there, Friday night, I sat and braided a huge pile of some, what was it? BFL silk. That sounds about right. BFL silk. Gorgeous. I took pictures. I'll put them at the end. I posted them on Instagram too and Plurk, but I know not everybody is on there and you don't always see everything because it's, new stuff is uploading all the time. So I'll put that at the end of the podcast if I can finagle it. Oh, if the quality is different or if anything looks different on the video, I couldn't find my camera that I usually attach to my computer and stuff. So I'm using the built-in webcam. The quality looks fine to me, but I stopped using it because I didn't like it all that much. Anyways, so I apologize if the quality's bad. I cleaned. You know what happens when you clean? You lose everything. You put it in places like, oh, this is where it goes. No. But here's the thing, I always put it in the same place and it's not there. So I don't know if it fell. I don't know. I just wanted to record because I didn't last week and I'm kind of tired and I was like, do I want to record? Do I want to be lazy? But I'm going to be sitting with my grandma tomorrow and then that puts me away. Anyways, so there you go. Camera. So Friday night, oh yeah, I'll be able to upload the picture. I know I will because I still have to use the same converting software. I don't know why I even stopped on that. That was fun because she was fluffing and then I would braid it and we just got to sit and talk and hang out. Went out to dinner at a place, Gator or something. I can't remember the second word. Gator something. Anyway, it was pretty good. I got a chicken sandwich and they had fries and they had red cream soda in the fountain. Like, it was so yummy. So we did that Friday night. And then Saturday, that weekend we were dyeing up a whole bunch of braids, well, unbraided, of course, 4-ounce bumps of her brand new fiber base that every spinner out there, you need to hear about this. She got BFL nylon blend. So you can spin sock yarn that has nylon already in it. How awesome is that? Yeah, I thought you might like that. I love it because so many times we're stuck either trying to blend it in or just make, if we're wanting to spin for socks, we just have to, go with 100% and, whatever. Anyway. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've been spinning it, and I'll show this in the spinning section. You can't even tell there's nylon in it with the way that it drafts and everything. It drafts just like 100% BFL. Oh, it's a dream. And it goes really thin, really easy. Oh. Anyway, we dyed over 100 braids during the weekend. So much fun. I took pictures of that. I took pictures of the room where she dyes. And that's my little space heater behind me. Oh, and I have a kitty behind me too. I dubbed myself the pit crew captain because she was the one doing all the dyeing, and then there's a second table over there, and I would refill. She has her stock dyes that are in like big half-gallon and gallon jugs, and I would refill the small squirt bottles as she went along. I couldn't be around. She uses jacquard dyes for the most part. I couldn't be around when she was mixing those because I can't be around the powdered form. So Saturday morning and Saturday night, she refilled the ones that were empty. And she uses Country Classics for the other ones, and those are safe. I love those. I have those here at home. So, anyways, and I don't think that's giving anything away because there's tons of colors. And she uses another one too. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't think that's giving away any sort of trade secret because I think most people use those because they're really common. So I'm not going to tell you, which colors go into what and all that because that is a secret. I was just telling you. I stayed safe, stayed away from the powdered forms, did the liquid stuff, and so I was her assistant, and that was a lot of fun. Saturday night we went out to dinner at this local mom and pop pizza place. Oh my gosh. Not only was the pizza amazing, I mean, like, you get it and it's just coated in this amazing white cheese that's beautiful and yummy, and man, I've missed dairy. And anyway, it was so good. But we also got a salad and garlic cheese sticks. On the salad for the croutons, they used the day-old garlic bread. Whoa! I could have just eaten a bowl of the croutons. They were so good. So good. I told her that when Anansi and I come back in March, I would like to go there again. So anyway, that was great. And Sunday we dyed some more. Like I said, overall we did over 100 braids. We also did a little bit of yarn, which you'll see. And so, anyways, yeah, I think that covers that whole trip. The drive was uneventful. It's just like a 4.5-hour trip. It's not bad. No snow, completely clear roads. It was great. I got to just listen to my radio. I got my XM radio reactivated. See, they do this magic thing when you're going to cancel. They say, oh, well, there's going to be an activation fee and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not going to pay your full prices. So I had it deactivated in December, knowing full well that they were going to send me something saying, oh, please come back and we'll waive your activation fee and we're going to give you an insanely cheap price for the next 6 months and blah, 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 because that's how they work. And lo and behold, about a week before I left, we got a letter that said no activation fee, and it was like $25 for 6 months. And I really like XM radio, and I had missed it for the month that I didn't have it. And my foot's falling asleep, so I'm gonna move around here a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, so I got that. I was able to listen to that on the way home. And I also have, because I have Bluetooth in, my car has Bluetooth, I can link my phone up to my speaker system. And I have the movie Mirror Mirror on my phone, and so I turned it on and listened to the movie. I've seen it enough times I didn't have to watch it. And so it was fun just to listen to it because I could kind of play it in my head. So anyway, that was fun. I like driving by myself. I enjoy traveling by myself because I don't have to stop for anybody. I don't have to ask them what they want to listen to. I don't have to be kind and think of other people. I can just be selfish and think of myself. Anyway, that's how it goes, right? So that was a blast. Just before that weekend, I know I'm kind of going backwards. The Friday that I left, which was whatever date that was, I don't really know, the 17th or something like that. I had an ultrasound done, my 20 week, even though I was like 19 and a half weeks. The, halfway ultrasound. And we found out what the baby is. And I am not too big to admit that when I am wrong, I was completely wrong. We're not. We're not having a boy. We're having a girl. Cute little girl. So we will have 3 girls and a boy. So Eli is going to be greatly outnumbered, even more than he is now. I was telling my friend yesterday at church, she says, "Yay, another little girl." I said, "Yeah, apparently we need another one." And she said, "I think you're just really good at them." And I said, "Yeah, I think Eli was just a fluke." Best fluke ever. But anyway, but I was telling Jake last night, I'll tell you guys this story really quick. I know I'm just kind of babbling. I hope you have some knitting, because, actually, I'm almost done with happenings. This is the last thing I was going to say. There was a name, and I'm not going to say it quite yet. I think we've agreed on it, but I don't want to announce it quite yet. I will tell you, though, because it's a cool name, and I don't really care what other people think if they don't like the name. I have a kid named Anansi, and Kyan. Well, Kyan's a little more normal, but I have a daughter named Anansi, so, I don't really care if people like the names that I choose, so I will put it out there. But I just want to make sure with Jake that it's agreed on. I'm pretty sure it is, because we were joking about funky ways to spell it, because, well, sometimes people feel the need to take names that are normally spelled this and go nuts, and we were joking about that. So anyways, I had this name keep coming into my head over it's been a while, like 3 months. I kept having this name and kept having this name, and I kept thinking, that's a girl name, not a boy name, and I'd push it back. And it wasn't constant, like 24 hours a day, but it was at least every other day. I would have this name come into my head, and I would say, no, that's a girl name, not a boy name, and I'd push it back. I think I wanted a boy for Eli so badly that I wasn't listening to this little inner voice that was telling me what I was having. So when I said I've never been wrong, part of me wasn't wrong. Just the conscious part of me was, because I wanted a boy for Eli so bad. And I know that's probably sounds stupid, but anyway, like I said, I mean, I was wrong. I'm not trying to say, oh no, really, I was right. Part of me was, deep down, subconsciously, it was trying to tell me, hey, you should think about this name, because that's probably what you're going to name this kid, because it's not a boy. Oh, anyway. We do have an ultrasound picture. It was really cute when we were getting it done. She was laying like this with her arms, but it's sideways. I'll post it in here if I remember to upload it. It looks you can see the baby sideways, and you see the head like this, and then 2 arms going like this. So, and we got a picture of the foot. And anyway, so, and the ultrasound tech double checked twice. And I said, are you sure? Are you positive? And she's seasoned. Like, she knows what she's doing. And she said, there is nothing on that I can see that's going to make me tell you that this is a boy at all. She was very, very confident. So, I mean, there's always that chance, but she looked multiple times. And she said there's nothing there sticking out. So, that's all right. We know how to do girls. And the funny thing, man, I'm at 18 minutes. We got rid of all of Eli's stuff because I was done. So we were getting rid of his stuff as he was outgrowing it. There is a huge tote in my bedroom full of very nicely stacked and folded baby girl clothes because I had saved them for my sisters. And now I get to use them, and I have baby stuff. Hooray! So, anyways, enough baby talk. Just wanted to give you that information and kind of a funny story. And anyways, if you feel so inclined as to make something for me, which I'm not expecting, I just have had some people ask, that is fine. I'm not going to spend the money to get a P.O. box because I really doubt there's going to be enough people making anything. But if you do decide to make something and you need my address, just PM me on Ravelry. I'd be more than happy to give that to you. All right, moving on. Going on / coming up. The Thrums knit along. Major fail. I haven't done anything on it. I need to actually pull part of it out. And Sarah sent me home with some homework from her house. And so that's going to have to go on the back burner. I still plan to finish the slippers because they're awesome and I want to wear them. I need to pull part of it out. And like I said, I have to finish some other stuff too first that's more of a priority. So anyway, I don't think anybody's participating anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think, because of stitches coming up next month, I don't think I'm going to have a specific knit along for February. I might throw something up there. Start thinking about for March if there's something that you want to make. If I hear back from some people, just go into this episode's thread on Ravelry and tell me what you want to do as a knit along in March. So, and look on my queue because it has to be something that I'm going to knit to. So, anyway, Year of the Queue, kind of just alluded to that. Still going on. Obviously, it's going to be going on the whole year. I'm knitting exclusively from my queue. If you want to join me with anything I'm making or the idea of what I'm making, that's why I was kind of general with Thrums. If I'm making a shawl and you guys all want to jump in and we can make shawls together. If I'm doing, there's a couple color work socks that I'd like to make if you want to do color work of any sort. Things like that. We can just kind of organically make knit-alongs, and they don't have to be the same the same pattern or the same designer. It can just be the same concept or idea. Heck, it could even be I'm knitting with worsted weight yarn and you want to jump in with a bunch of people want to do a bunch of worsted weight yarn projects. I mean, I don't care. We can find fun things to do. Please keep posting. Oh my gosh, I am loving seeing the pictures that you guys are posting of things that you've had queued, and I love that you're putting the dates. I wasn't able to put the dates on the first couple because when you click on Start Project from your queue, it takes it out of your queue. So I've stopped doing that so I can keep my queue intact, just for now. But I think I'll delete it as it goes. But anyways, yeah. So please keep. I'm gonna turn here a little bit. Please keep posting and finishing your objects and sharing the dates. I love that you're sharing the dates. So, anyways, do you see that cute little Christmas stocking still there? It's actually construction paper, and Eli made it, and it was too cute not to take down. I love having him in kindergarten. Such a fun year. All right, Stitches West, like I just talked about too, is February 20th to the 23rd down in Santa Clara, California, and it is going to be a blast. The marketplace is huge, and so many people are going to come, and I'm going to be there in booth 117, the Sassy Sheep booth, and it's not going to just be the Sassy Sheep stuff. Because she told me that she has a section of her booth set aside for my patterns to be there on display and for sale. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm working on getting them printed, and I'll have at least one more pattern to add, if not two, before then, which will be exciting. Some kind of new stuff. And I was trying to think. No, I'm committed to being with her. If there's like kind of a lull, like during class times or a slower time or whatever, I do plan to make my way around because Huckleberry Knits is gonna be there, and I love her yarn. I discovered her at Sock Summit, and I'm a big fan. So I do plan on denting my budget at her shop, and I heard that there is a place that has really cool drop spindles that I'm going to try and stay away from, but I can't guarantee anything because they're so stinking cute. What can I say? So anyways, come see me if you're there, please. Please, please, please. I have ordered more buttons, so I will have Mel-Tran Designs buttons to give away. As of now, I'm still planning on participating in the stitch marker swap. So that is kind of up in the air. It depends on if I get some made. So anyway, so that's coming up. Please, please, please come see me if you're there. All right, and that is all. Works in progress. All right. I actually have a couple, but one of them is in designing, so just kind of go with me. The main thing that I'm working on right now is the baby blanket that I started. I don't remember if I showed this to you last week. It's the Twinkle. Oh, it's not on the page. Twinkle blanket, Twinkle baby blanket, something like that. And I started it out with the blue and the gray that I already had because we all know I thought it was a boy. So let me show you what I have so far. It starts in the middle, but it's going to be a square, and it just has this really simple star stitch. And then it went into the gray. And what I'm going to do is grab, I actually have some more blue and gray of this, so I'm going to go trade. And I'm going to get a couple skeins of pink. They have a really good pink. And then I want to do the edging in, I'm thinking like a yellow, because they have colors that are like kind of baby, but not really, really super pastel, you know? So anyway, it's all going to go together. Blue, gray, pink with some yellow at the edge, I think will look fine. This is the end of the gray skein. So that's, yeah, that's that. This is on size 7 needles, which is a blah, 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 4.5 millimeter. Sorry, I had to think. And it's my Darn Pretties from Diacraft that I'm using, my interchangeables. These are the 5-inch lace points that I got a couple years ago. So that's coming along nicely. The yarn that I'm using, let me pull out the skein that I grabbed earlier, is Tatami Tweed DK. It is 45% cotton, 55% acrylic. I love this yarn. It's nice. And it's 250 yards, and it retails for only $5.95. So anyway, like I said, going to be trading those. Oh, man. Oh, no, I want to move this over here because I have like a whole pile of stuff to show you. So I'm going to move stuff off the couch. My right foot keeps falling asleep, so please ignore the fact that I'm moving all over the place. Okay, next, FOs. This is kind of a ho-fo, half object, finished object, because I only have to make one. It is a shop sample for Sarah of the Sassy Sheep. It is my Cursed Cable sock, and it is on her beautiful Passion colorway, which is tonal reds, and it is beautimous. I love it. It's great to work with. This is her new Saki Sheep base. I had to pause because jokingly I kept calling her Saki Sock base. And then I had to make it correct in my head. This is a wool nylon blend. I think it's merino. And here's the thing. It's 75-25 percent, but it's insanely soft. Usually when you get up to 25% nylon, you can start to feel that nylon a little bit. And you cannot. When I read the label, I said, "Are you sure that this is 70 or 25% nylon?" So anyway, here's, like I said, like I showed you that, and here's the awesome stitch definition of the cable. This is what size? It's a women's size 7.5, which I've never made that size before because I wear a 6.5, but that's the mannequin foot that she has, and I worked up here. So anyways, this is all that I have to make because she has other socks to display, obviously, so that's why she just needs the one. So there's that. The other thing, oh, this is cute. I'm calling this done even though I haven't made the drawstring for it, just because that'll take me like 2 minutes. I made another diaper cover. This is the Frantic Mama soaker pattern. And the colors, it's actually, the yarn's right there. I had some knit picks, what is it, the palette, that in my opinion is crap. And my opinion, I have a bunch of it, and I didn't have anything to do with it. So I took 3 colors and I applied them together. It's red, light blue, and orange, and that's what we got. And I think it's adorable. So it's not quite a worsted weight, it's, you know, just a little bit bigger than a worsted weight, but I dropped a needle size, and anyway, this will actually be one that the baby will have to grow into. This is definitely, it didn't get quite small enough to be newborn size, but that's all right. It'll be cute nonetheless. Spinning. I have spinning. All right, I have spinning. I'm going to take a drink, though, really quick. What to show you first? Okay. I guess I could just go down my list. This is some milk fiber that I bought up at the Puppy Mondays retreat last year. And it is really one of the softest things I've ever touched. It's a little crinkly. It wasn't crinkly until I rolled it into the hank there. See, it's already coming out. The drape on this is like no other. I mean, look at this. So it has blues and purples and a little bit of grays. It's kind of a lighter blue. Anyway, mostly blues and purples. Let me see if I can get a good up-close shot for you. So I didn't get a ton of yardage because she suggested to spin from the fold, which would have been fine. I didn't have the patience for that. I just wanted to spin it and just get it done. And so because of that, I didn't get a ton of yardage, and I got so few that I can even count because I don't remember. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, just deal with this. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so I got like 80 yards. It wasn't enough. It wasn't 4 ounces either. But anyway, it's a 2-ply, and I plan to just make something kind of drapey to be around my neck, just a little cowl or something. Nothing fancy. I just like the feel of it. So anyway, there's that. And that's from Greenwood Fibers, Greenwood Fiber Works, Fiber Arts. Greenwood, I never remember, fiber something. So there's that. And then the Sassy Sheep, her new BFL nylon blend. So she gave me a 4-ounce braid of her colorway called Columbia, which is gorgeous. It's this beautiful brown and red and green and blue. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. And I love the kind of light spots in it, especially when you spin them in. It has kind of a heathered look. So this is 3 of the 4 ounces. She said, you get a 4-ounce braid, I just want you to spin 1 ounce of it for the shop. I said, I can do that, because with 3 ounces, if I can get a fingering weight yarn, plenty of yarn for me for socks, because I have small feet. So this is what I ended up with. It is a true 3-ply. It's 1 ounce, and out of the 1 ounce, I got 107 yards. 107 yards. So that would put me well over 400 yards of a 3-ply out of the 4 ounces. I do love this camera because it focuses up close. See that? I love it. Some places, like here, the blues matched up, and then we had, you know, there's some barber pulling. Sorry, I'm trying to spread it out. There you go. I love it. I wish I could just knit this up right now, but I need to spin up the rest because this is not mine to knit up. She might have me knit some of it, do like a half and half thing, break it down to like a 50-yard skein so that people can see what it looks like in the skein and knit up. I don't know, but for now, this is what there is. And like I said, I will definitely be spinning this, but I have some other spinning homework from her that I'm working through. So anyway, there's that. Next is, I didn't bring my wheel over. This is on it, but I'm showing you the fiber. She carries a black alpaca silk blend. And this colorway, I don't know, I don't want to turn up the light on my computer because I'm afraid it'll skew it. In the light, you can see the different colors, so I'm going to hold it up and hope that you can. With it being so dark, it's very hard. This is a color called Mountain Cascade, and it has a pretty purple and a blue and kind of a beigey, no, shoot, I can't remember I can't remember exactly, and it's hard to tell with this, but from what I can tell, from what I can see, you can at least see the different colors, and you can see it when it's spun, like I said, in the light and whatnot. This is nice to spin. It's a little different because the silk obviously has an insanely long staple length, and so I really make sure to fluff it and open it up, and I strip it down to a fairly thin chunk when I'm spinning. I'm not spinning it in as thin as it could, mainly because that would take me forever because silk can spin so fine. So I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger. So this is the rest of the first half that I'm spinning, and then the other half is over there. So that's one of them. And then the other one, we wanted to show, she has this really bright color called Caribbean Sunrise. I'm pretty sure it's sunset, but now I'm questioning myself. But anyway, it's a really bright colorway. And so she put that on here. And I know you can see the colors. There's kind of the pink and the yellow and the green and the blue. Is there orange? Yeah, some orange. So this is not a full braid, obviously, a full 4-ounce braid. Obviously, this is a shop sample. She had asked me if I could be spinning this on my drop spindle in the booth. I don't think I can spin this on my drop spindle. I'm pretty confident on my spindle, but just because of the blend that this is, I told her I would try, but I don't think it's going to work. So either I am going to try it, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to spin it up on my wheel so she can have another sample, because you wouldn't believe people's faces when I grab a braid of this and a braid of the exact same color on a white fiber and say, this is the same dye color, the same exact colors. They're always shocked, and then they buy stuff. So anyway, there's that. I did do some drop spinning this week. I finished, oh man, I was hoping it was in here. I finished the Cherry Cola little pigtail braid that I started months ago. Well, crap. I thought the other half of this is gone. I balled it up on my Nasta pin and it's not in here. I thought it was. Oh well, I'll find it. Either way, it's ready to be plied now. And because I wanted to get that cleaned off so I could try the black alpaca silk. So I've been doing some spinning, and I found a chair that works great. It's my camp chair. I can spin for hours without hurting, and it's awesome. So anyway, moving on to designing. I'm going to move these off the couch too. I have a couple things. I have the mitts that I showed last week. I'm going to open the test. I was going to open it, or last time, I was going to open the test before and then went out of town and then forgot last week, to be honest. So they're basic mitts. I don't have them sitting here with me. Basic fingerless mitts, fingerless gloves. But they're not gloves. They don't have the fingers anyway. Mitts with some decorative ribbing around the wrist to suck it in. So pretty simple. There's 3 different sizes. If you're interested in testing them, let me know. I don't mind having testers that are outside of the free pattern testers group. I love having extra projects linked, to my my pattern page and just extra eyes. So anyways, it's a quick knit. I made a pair in like 2 days. So the other project I'm working on, design, is for feathergrass fibers. I talked about this last time. I kind of just referred to it. And this is a gal who is local in that she's in Idaho. She's on the other side of the state by Sarah. And she raises sheep and gets the wool milled and spun. And here's a skein that she gave to me to design with. It is labeled a worsted weight yarn. According to wraps per inch, it is a sport weight. And I mean wraps per inch. I was loose, just setting them next to each other. And it wrapped to a sport weight. And I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to show you the awesome stitch definition of this yarn. So I'm going to kind of fold this up. So here's what it looks like knit up. I'm not even going to tell you what this is. You'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, it is so soft and lovely to work with. And I hope you guys like what it is. I hope she is happy with it. It's so soft. I love it, I love it, I love it. So anyways, that is in process. Right now, I'm hoping to get done with it by like tomorrow. So I have most of the pattern written. I'm just kind of working from it, and then I'm gonna make some mittens with the other skein that she gave me. Yeah. So anyway, look for those coming. Acquisitions. All right. I came home with a whole bunch of stuff, and we're 42 minutes in. Let's move. A few months back in November, my local yarn store started carrying Malabrigo, and instead of her having to come up with the very large initial order that they have to come up with, she had a launch party where we could do kind of some pre-orders, and it would help her get to the set amount that they have to open an account. Well, what I wanted was some sock yarn for a sweater that's in my queue. And I knew the color was back ordered, and so I told her, I said I'm not in a hurry to get the colorway. I know it's out of your control once you've ordered it. I have plenty of other projects to work on, but this is the color that I want. So it finally came in the last week, which, like I said, I was totally fine with. It was like a month and a half wait, but I wasn't in a hurry. So I got 2 skeins. The colorway is Impressionist Sky, and this is the Malabrigo sock, 440 yards, and it's, I think, 100%. Why doesn't it say? Am I just blind? No. Either way, here's what the tag looks like, and here's the beautiful blue that it is. And this will be enough. It's just a short sleeved kind of pullover that I'm wanting to make, so that's why the 880 will be enough. If it was long sleeved, I'd have to have a third skein. But anyway, so I got that. I'm very happy. I got myself some of the black alpaca silk when I was at Sarah's. I gave away the braid that I had to Judith McKenzie, and so she's like, no, you can just pick one and replace yours because you gave it to somebody with, that's Judith McKenzie. So I got one in Sarah's blues. It's I think four or five different blues that she blends together, so it's a tonal, kind of like the red, and it's so pretty, and it'll spin up so nicely. I grabbed a couple sets of Chow-Goos while I was there because she is a Chow-Goo salesman. And I got a size 7 16-inch, which for some reason I just want my hat needles to just be fixed circs. My 8 and 7, I like to just have them. My interchangeables, my second set of die crafts can go down to a 16-inch easily. I like to be able to just grab my hat needles. So I grabbed these and a pair of size 0, 2.0, 32-inch needles for the cuffs of my socks. So those are in a bag, project bag somewhere. So anyways, moving on. I don't need that right here. Lucy, oh, come on, dog. This is the other skein of the reds in case I need to break into it for the other shop sample I'm making. I'm making some of the mitts that I was just talking to you about. I don't know that I will because I only had to make one sock out of the other skein. But anyways, here's what it looks like dyed up. So yeah, anyway, okay, moving on. Moving on. 45 minutes. Oh, we're at the end. This is pretty though. She let me come up with a couple of colorways. Well, she didn't let me. I just kind of came up with them and she dyed them up just to see how they would look. And, well, first, I'm going to make a pair of cursed cable mitts that are be for me. I'm making them 4 stitches so I can wear them while I'm there. But they're for me to keep. Oh! This is my favorite single shade that she has. And she's dubbed it Mel-Tran's turquoise. In her Tropics colorway, this is one of the shades. And it's my favorite out of the colorway. It's the color that kept jumping out at me. And so I said, can I just have a whole skein of that? It's the same color as my Even Star yarn. So anyway, I love it, and I can't wait to make myself some mitts out of it, which will be coming soon. You'll see them. Next, this is actually 2 different skeins. One of them's a winter, one of them's not. There's a shade of red called Fire Red, and it kind of got my mind going. I said, oh my gosh, we have to make something that transitions from black to red to orange to yellow like a flame. So thus was born Light 'em Up, like the Fall Out Boy song that we both had stuck in our head for the entire weekend, because every time I would think about it, I'm like, light 'em up. I start singing, and anyway, we both had the song stuck in our head for the whole weekend. Let me see, alright, there we go. So it goes from black to red to orange to yellow, so it's like a flame, which will look awesome knit up because it's going to be variegated. I think this would be a really cool gradient fiber to spin up. The other one, like I said, it is 2 skeins. We didn't know which yellow would look the best, so there's this one as well. This yellow is a little too light in my opinion, so this will just be kind of an extra skein to play with a little bit. I'm not going to roll that up right now. So anyways, it's not a color that she has available quite yet, just because we were, kind of playing with stuff. But if you love it and really want a skein of it, I'm sure she would dye it up for you. I am going to be knitting at least a little bit of a sample with that. She just wants to see it. I said, I can't commit to having something done with it. And she said, that's fine. Just knit some so we can see how the colors play together. I said, I can commit to that. Lastly, this one was fun to come up with. I think it'll still need some tweaking. This colorway is going to be called Fading Light, and my idea was, at least here, because this is where I've lived my whole life, at the end, in the summer, late at night, because it stays light here pretty late, you can look over at the horizon, and there's this much blue left in the sky, just along the horizon. There's just that little bit of light left after the pinks and yellows and oranges have all gone away, and there's just that bit of blue. And then as you look up, you can see a darker blue fading into gray, and then black as it gets darker, kind of away from where the sun is setting. And the goal of this colorway was to capture that. And so it starts here with kind of a lighter blue, and then goes to a bit of a darker blue, and then goes from gray to a darker gray to black. What What I'm thinking is that this gray needs to be a little darker. It shouldn't jump up to light because as you're looking up, it gets actually darker as you go. So that's where the tweaking comes in on this. I think this second gray, this darker gray, will be moved up, and then we'll do a darker gray here than that and fade to black. But anyways, I'm very excited to see how it knits up. And I love the blue and the gray together. And then that bit of black there. So anyways, I'm very, very excited about that and the fact that I got to contribute that a little bit. So anyways, all right, we are finished at 50 minutes. All right, cool. This will enable me to get up off my feet because they keep falling asleep, and I can get things uploading, and I can make sure that I'm pretty sure I've already uploaded all the pictures. I just need to find them and put them all together and all that. So anyways, have a great week. Please feel free to PM me or email me, melissa@meltrandesigns.com. Come join the Ravelry group. Keep posting your Year of the Q stuff and all that other stuff that I should probably say when I sum up the show. Blah, blah, blah. Do all that stuff. Have a great week, and until next time, keep knitting. Bye.